I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Capricorn for May 2020. As with all general readings, please leave what resonates and take the please take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's see what's going on for you guys, for Capricorns, for the month of May. This is the After Tarot deck by Lo Scarabo. Recently purchased deck. Let's have a look, see what's going on for Capricorns, please. This is called the After Tarot deck. Let's see, Capricorn, please. Capricorn. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Ascendant. Sorry, that's. For some reason, I feel someone's in a very thick. It's like I'm having trouble grounding here. It's weird. I'm having trouble grounding. Interesting though. Let's see. Capricorn, please, for the month of May 2020. Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Someone's really struggling to understand it's like a concept of a situation here. Let's just pull some more cards and then we'll figure out what they're trying to show us here. Someone feels that they've been pushed up against a wall for something and that they're not in control, or they're not in charge of a situation. It's like they feel like there's an inevitability to it and they're not entirely sure if they feel comfortable with it. Someone is in mixed minds here. We've got the Hierophant with the Two of Wands. It's like the control, the old way of doing things, a structure, an existing kind of situation. Something's been handed over. Something's been handed over to... There's a very trapped energy here, it feels like, that was once restricted, and there's a bit of a control element that's now being released or unrestricted as heavily. Got the Two of Swords with the Magician. Someone is releasing themselves from a situation where they felt trapped or that they weren't able to do anything about anything. Someone's releasing themselves. It's interesting because you've got the two men there that are holding the two swords. They're facing off with each other. Something's been engineered here to take a decision out of someone's hands. Someone that I think was needing to make a decision, it's like the decision's being passed along to someone else to make because they can't do it. They weren't sure. Look, Five of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles here. So someone is feeling a little bit vulnerable and wants to reach out in relation to this, but I feel like they don't really know how to do that. And so I think they're hoping that you'll bide your time, or you'll kind of make that decision on their behalf. Yeah, look, there's a burden. Look, 10 of Wands and Temperance in the reverse. There's no balance, there's no spiritual balance here, there's no reconciliation energy because someone hasn't taken the responsibility. It's like someone's pushing responsibility off here. And then we've got the King of Pentacles with the Star. So it's like someone's thinking, oh, you know, this is going to come, this is going to come, you know, my change in job, my change in money, my change in this, my change in that, that's going to come. But it's like, is it going to come, or are you relying on too many things, too many moving parts to kind of help, when actually, is that the focus that you should be having? Is that something that you should be focusing on? Or because I feel like there's an immediate issue here that needs to be resolved and it's not being resolved. It's like the focus is on everything else that actually, you know, is going to be a byproduct of the decision that you make, but you're not going to make the decision, or someone around you that's associated, maybe a Capricorn cross-watcher, is not going to make the decision because they're trying to rely on someone else to do it for them because they're scared. This is someone's scared energy to make a decision for them. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. This is truth and clarity. So can you see here, it's like they're releasing the Falcon. Are they releasing it, or are they... They're trying to gather information. They're trying to gather information to try and understand what this really is about, because someone can't understand. Yeah, look, there's hidden illusions here. Ace of Swords with the moon. There's hidden illusions with this. This is also moon on, full moon on the 7th, Scorpio moon. Could be some revelations. It's like before the 7th of May, it's like there's this confusion, there's this confused state, and I don't know, I'm not putting off decisions, I don't want to see it, I'm not too sure, I'm confused, you know, like I'm in lockdown, I don't know how this is going to develop, I don't know how my furlough is going to come through, I'm not too sure when lockdown's going to release, how am I going to get to see my family, how am I going to get to see my friends, anything of a confused nature. But then it's interesting because it's like someone's relying on a distant sort of promise of something to feel good before that. And then it's like you're relying on a date to sort of make you feel better. You're relying on a situation to make you feel better. You're relying on this. Actually, the focus should be on you making the decision. Because around the 7th, around the full moon on the 7th, that's when there's a lifting of this fog, there's a lifting of this veil that is going to give you some more insight. And so they're saying try and formulate an idea of what you'd like before that, because someone's unbalanced here. Someone's unbalanced. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Someone's totally unbalanced, but we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse also, which is about reunion and reconciliation, but is not quite coming to pass. They're actually running away from the reunion. And I feel like with this King of Wands here, there's another agenda. It's like the decision was made elsewhere. And so someone is not happy about that. Yeah, the decision was made elsewhere. Ten of Cups. This person, someone is heading towards something they do want, and they're going to have to release the thing that they don't want. But at the moment and leading up to the full moon, that's going to be the confusing element. Once the moon hits, there's going to be a release of information, clarity, and then people will be able to move forward. We've also got the Nine of Wands here. Someone is going to stand with you to try and help alleviate the pressure here with this. You're not going to have to deal with this alone. You're going to be able to deal with this with someone who understands the situation, maybe who's gone through it. But because we've got the Knight of Swords, very kind of direct energy, very kind of ferocious communication. Just be careful that you're not, because it feels like there's people sort of joining groups here to kind of defend an action or defend a speech or defend this or defend that. Just be careful you're not ganging up, and you know, I get it, you want to sort of make sure you're protected, but don't do it in a way that's going to be like, this is a bit much, and makes you look like you because don't forget, the truth is the truth. If you are trying to outsell the truth and defend yourself to a level that is aggressive, then it just makes you lose that truthful part, because why do you need to defend it that strongly? We've got Death. Someone is hell-bent on holding on to something, and that's about to be released. Could be an emotional situation, a relationship, something that was burdensome, but I feel the communication's coming here that's going to really shed light on anything that wasn't. So if two parties hadn't already spoken about something, this is about to get spoken about, but it's going to be done very, you know, it feels a little bit bluntly, if I'm totally honest with you. We've got the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands. There's a reconciliation and a reunion, but there's possibly third parties here. Possible third party situation here. Something is about to be cut out. The decision's about to be made. This has been a long time coming. Seven of Pentacles. It's like something was being weighed up. Something was being worked out before it was agreed on. Something was being worked out before it was agreed on. Yeah, look, Nine of Swords. This is that fear. Someone was sort of having that fear overwhelming them a little bit. So they were trying to stand their ground with that a little bit there. I think that could have been part of the issue as to why they hadn't decided before. Very real kind of threat and the fear there. There was also this argumentative energy that was coming through here with the Five of Swords, or maybe coming through again. Just be very careful for that. Anyone drawing you into arguments or pulling you into that kind of thing, don't get involved. Hermit energy, obviously this is about going within and finding out that kind of inner light, that inner answer. The snake is that, again, we've got another wolf. If you've been watching my lives, we've got wolves coming up over and over and over again, and it's the masculine wolf. This is about, it's like Kundalini. This feels like Kundalini energy. It's someone's gearing up in their more masculine. If someone hasn't been entering into their masculine energy, this is about to happen. Because look, the darker wolf is the masculine, and the snake is the Kundalini energy. So this is empowering someone here. Once they've cut this energy out, for them to cut, they're in their energy. Look, Page of Wands, enthusiasm, taking a kind of a step towards what it is they want and releasing what it is they don't want. Page of Wands, determination, understanding, really now understanding what you want, and a choice being made. Lovers, a choice being made. See, look, the sword was used and cut. It was like they utilised that sword to kind of cut out what wasn't needed. And we've got the Hanged Man there. Maybe a perspective change here. Some kind of energy of, well, I can see this a bit differently now. Someone's trying to nourish them while they're trying to make a decision. Someone's trying to nourish this person. There's definitely a confused energy going around here. Now, I feel like this person is having some difficulty releasing themselves from a situation, because we've got the King of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Is it cheating energy? Feels a little bit like that. Be very careful if you're in that energy. Definitely would not be entertaining that. There's a trap. It just feels like there's a trap. Look, he's about to walk into. He's about to get snared. Can you see? He's walking into that, where that rope is at the bottom there. His emotions. He's about to get trapped in his emotions, or she's about to get trapped in her emotions here. He's having to let something go, because it's like there's a build up and there's a build up and there's no release, because I feel like this, whatever they're trying to do to release something, it's not working. It's this very restrictive energy here. It's just not, yeah, look. Finally, I feel someone's becoming single here. So this is the third party karmic situation. I feel like there's going to be an announcement in May that this is now over, or there's going to be someone that's now single that hasn't been single before, possibly divine masculine. Yeah, they want to build something. They want to go forward in their sort of emotional endeavours here. Knight of Cups and Three of Pentacles, in order to... They've drunk from that cup. They can understand what it is that they maybe, you know, the potential in this. They can see the potential. They've stepped onto that path now. They've stepped onto that path, and they're at that point of understanding where this is now leading. Can you see again more references to birds? It's like the messenger came, gave them the answer, and now they've decided. They're off on their journey. It's like they're about to embark on that Four of Wands energy now. But they do make a decision. This is not in and out energy. Look, this is Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is not someone that's kind of in, out, in, out, in, out. It doesn't have that energy to it. It feels, yeah, this is, again, this is stability, security. Whatever they decide here, they're serious about it. There's a strength, there's an energy behind it that to them makes it feel like it's the best decision. Four of Swords in the reverse. So if they were debating this, if they were considering it, if it was like a long time decision, it won't be. There's a movement to this now. So again, once the choice is made, once the energy's been cut out, and then the path is obviously moved forward on, there's a momentum that's gaining here, either with you or whoever the person is that's making the decision. Someone's... It's interesting because we've got the King of Swords in the reverse. So someone didn't make a decision. It's like they left it, and then I think possibly the other person made the decision for them. So the choice came in. They probably made it very clear. The person probably didn't want to let go, and then essentially the person ended up letting go anyway. But something about this, it's like someone that was meant to make the decision, they let it go, as if to say, oh, well, you'll decide, because, you know, I don't want... It's like the way they've kind of given it to me is like, if this is a karmic situation, they're they're giving them all the hints. They're giving them all the hints, but they don't feel comfortable telling them outright because they don't think they're going to be listened to. And so it's got to the point where they finally give all the hints and the other person makes the decision. That's how I'm reading this. Yeah, look, justice in the reverse. So it's not done in a fair way, which means it's not going to close out properly. That's the other thing you've got to remember. So if this is you, the fact that if this actually happens in the way that I'm seeing this, which is the King of Swords in the reverse, justice in the reverse, which is the decision wasn't made and it wasn't fair. The other person had to make the decision because they were they didn't have any other choice. Be wary of this, because it's like, how have you haven't closed this out properly. It just feels like it's, I think someone was scared to do this in a way that was going to hurt someone. So they made, this feels very martyr, it's like a martyr energy. It feels like they didn't do it because they wanted the other person to get the other hand. It's like, the fact that this is reverse, King of Swords in reverse and Justice in reverse, it almost feels to me like they're going to let the other person take it because it means more to them and their ego to have it done that way than the other way, which is for that person to decide and end it and then for the other person to feel silly. I think they're trying to do it in a way that makes the other person feel better, which is, I'll be honest with you, kind of honourable, if I'm totally honest. Because it's like they're trying to care for this other person. It's like whatever they're doing, there's something very... someone's trying to do it in a way that makes the other person come out feeling better about themselves. Because they can't bring it to their heart to say, I can't do this because I want to be with someone else. And they don't want to do it to them. So they're trying to take the hit themselves. This is a very I'll be honest with you, whoever this is for, if this doesn't resonate with any of you or one of you, whoever this is for, this is someone that's really trying hard not to hurt someone. They don't want to be, it feels to me like they don't want to be with this person, but they don't want to hurt this person. So they're trying to be honourable. That's how I'm reading this energy. Yeah, look, there's a secret that comes out. High Priestess in the reverse. There's a secret that comes out, and it's like they probably didn't tell this person the secret, and so the honourable thing to do is to let this person decide for themselves what they wanted to do. And I think this person's going to say, look, no, this is not okay for me. So again, fast moving pace here with the Eight of Wands. It's like a call to action, but this is communication as well. This is going to be very fast moving. Once that secret comes out and once that decision is made, I think there's going to be lots of discussion and people talking about it and, oh my goodness, did you see this? And, oh, you know, oh wow, what about that? And it just feels like a lot of discussion for this discussion's sake. Very public discussion as well. Look, Six of Wands. Very public discussion. People talking about it, people discussing it, being out in the open. Someone's trying to do this with honour. It's like they don't want to upset the apple cart, but it was inevitable. So this is the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like they've taken a long time to try and release themselves from a situation here. Seven of Pentacles, which is abiding a time. Eight of Swords, which is very much that entrapment. Someone is finally freeing themselves from a mental entrapment situation or feeling like they're mentally entrapped and making their decision, going their own way, moving forward to that situation that they would like to be in, which is the Two of Cups. So you can see the caduceus there behind. This is Raphael's energy, but because it's got the lion, this feels more like, what's red? Red is Uriel, isn't it? Red is Archangel Uriel. So this was always meant to be. This is a very beautiful emotional union that is about to take shape. Very complementary energies that are being sort of molded together. Now, this is not in an attachment, codependent type of way. This is you've done the work, and so we're about to build on that type of energy. It's actually very beautiful. And can you see here, there's it's very beautiful energy, actually. Very, very kind of emotional energy, very kind of sweet. It just feels very balanced. Yeah, someone's making an offering. Page of Pentacles. Now they're in a position to. Keep this for safeguarding. Someone's keeping something and putting something aside for safekeeping. They could be saving something. It's like a nest egg. This is a nest egg. Someone is putting aside, once this union takes place, a nest egg for something that is going to be built on. And it feels like, you know, a purchase of a house, building of a business. But someone, from this moment this union takes place, is safeguarding a practical element, money or something, ready for serious commitment. Because practical pentacles is that kind of tangible, you know, energy within the physical realm, isn't it? So someone is safeguarding and preparing themselves practically in order to carry this union forward. Whatever decision was made, that this was not an easy decision because of the fact that other people were involved, but actually the choice they made was their right choice for their heart, and it was always going to be that choice because it was the right person for them. It was the right situation, and for them it was something that was guiding them, and you couldn't get away from it. And so now they're going to finally invest in this situation because they're able to invest in it. They're able to invest in the situation. And finally, the choice is, the confusion is over. 7 of Cups with Death. The choice is the ambiguity. That's all being released. That's all being released. And something new is able to come through. 6 of Pentacles. Balance. Finally balance. There's this emotional kind of, look, can you see they're weighing it out? Everyone's getting what was fair for them. Everyone's getting what was fair for them. Everyone is getting what was, again, agreed. It's like if we peel back the curtain here and we look into the Akashic records, I'm seeing soul contracts being signed. Here you go, karmic over by, you've done the right thing. Right, this soul contract, right, that's been satisfied, right. And it's like there's a rewriting of soul contracts here. Very Akashic records type of energy here, that it's like someone is finally, oh my goodness, yeah, look, finally an ending to a cycle that brings happiness. There's an end of a huge cycle here. Huge karmic ending that's been satisfied in the right way. In the right way. That someone's done this, and I'll be really honest with you, I feel extremely emotional. Someone has done this in a really honourable manner, and if this is, whoever this is for, congratulations, because they've done it in an extremely dignified manner, and they've taken a hit. They've taken a hit. That whatever they've done here, that it's like they took the responsibility for it. Eventually they took the responsibility for it. I feel like the reason they couldn't before was because the consequences of that would have been that it was made to look a certain way, and it wasn't quite the way it was made to look, but they didn't see a way out of it. But they finally take a hit because it's like they're trying to protect someone. This is a protective energy. They don't want the other person, the karmic person, to be... This is very divine energy. This is feminine, divine, masculine energy. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. The offer, there's an offer that's been finally given. Here we go. Here's the offer. This is for you. It's ready. The offer's ready to be given. And possibly when the offer is given, it may resurge a little bit. This may come back a little bit where someone took the hit, they took responsibility, things settle down a bit, it kind of chills out a little bit, and then because then something is maybe announced with a relationship, with I mean, it could be more than just a relationship. It could be some serious commitment. It's brought out some feelings from this, whatever the situation is that kind of isn't quite ready to die down yet. And there's a bit of a tower moment going on here, as you can see, which is usually a little bit dramatic. And obviously we've got the Six of Swords now that's in the reverse, which is usually very rocky waters, not being able to relax, things happening, uncertainty, Two of Pentacles. We're not entirely sure how we're going to navigate this because this is uncharted territory. We've got, you know, we didn't understand what was going on. Then we got the truth. Then the truth came out anyway. And then I had to make a decision. So I took the hit, or they took the hit. And then because they took the hit, you thought that was over. But then no, it wasn't over. This person's come back, or the situation's come back again because something wasn't. Now, this is the thing. Was it tied up properly? Don't forget, we saw all the soul contracts being signed off, didn't we? We saw all the soul contracts. Once that person took the hit, we saw all the Akashic Records contracts being signed off. Did they close this out properly? The majority of people, yes. The majority of people, yes. They did it very fairly, the majority of people. Can I say this for everyone? Probably not, okay? Now, the Tower, is that going to be for everyone? Not everyone is going to have the Tower. This is for people that probably haven't signed this off in a fair manner, and so there's a little bit of confusion here. Yeah, we've got the Emperor and the Devil here. So what is pulling the Emperor back in? Something's pulling the Emperor back. What is it? So the decision was made, or they thought the decision was made, but he's being tempted. The Emperor's being tempted back by something. We've got the Eight of Cups here. So someone's walking away, possibly from this other confused karmic situation, finally, possibly. Yeah. And they're tipping out what they don't want, which is the Four of Cups. So it's like someone's finally acknowledging a closure of a cycle here, which is the karmic cycle that they were in. Yeah, they're closing that out to go towards what they do want, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I thought I'd just put that back, but I hadn't. I'd put it back in the deck. So, yeah, look, we've got 5, 6, 7, again, 8 of Cups. So they're finally walking away from what doesn't serve them, and they're offering the option that they want, which is where their heart belongs, which is the Ace of Cups. This is a brand new beginning in love. So, again, they've closed out an old cycle. Someone tried to come back and probably cause a bit of an issue. That wasn't really successful. Now they're free to go onto their journey in a new manner, brand new cycle, the Fall. They've taken that leap of faith towards what it is they truly desire, and the world is theirs. The world is theirs. Five of Wands, competition. Oh, well, I don't understand why you made that choice. I don't know why you did that. Why did you do this? So what do you think? Do you think, no, I actually think that the first choice, no, I don't think the second choice should have been made. This is people discussing everything. Friends, family, neighbours, mutual friends. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about this. Are they going to have an opinion about everything? Yes. They're going to think they know absolutely that everything there is, the key to life, they're going to think they know about. The only two people that are going to know, or the only three people that are going to know, is the karmic, and then the other two counterparts. The counterpart, you know. As for everyone else's discussion and kind of narration, is it relevant? Well, that's up to you to decide. But someone is becoming, look, Queen of Pentacles, there's an offer that's being made to someone and people can't get it. They don't understand it. Some people are going to sit there and go, we don't understand this. Some people are going to sit there and go, oh, that was a brilliant choice. You know, I totally understand why these guys are together or why this option was made. But someone is being put into a position here where the choice was made. It's a finalisation of a choice. Queen of Pentacles is also an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So there's an official energy to this. Maybe official relationship starts. It's like announced. And that's what the discussion is about. But this is someone who was given, as you can see, they were given the Pentacle. I have the Pentacle, so that this option, this offer that was given, it's being received. Can you see? They're looking at themselves in the reflection here. Yeah. But it looks like counterparts. It looks like again, it feels very counterpart energy. Right. Queen of Swords. Someone is not happy. Someone has got a lot to say about this. Someone's got a lot to say about these, about the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. Someone that's finally, they're digging in. They're enjoying the fruits of their labour. They're enjoying their decision that they've made. But there's people that have things to say about this. And people that are going to be, it's like, do you know what it feels like? I feel like if this was a couple, a karmic relationship that had mutual friends, people are going to be deciding what to do. Because look, judgment, there's decisions being made behind the scenes about this kind of decision. And obviously we just had the Queen of Swords, which is an air, can be an air sign, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. What is the judgment, please? Yeah, look, Page of Swords, gossip, you know, sneaky, kind of, you know, internet gossip, truth, what's really going on. So what was really the situation, and people trying to find out what happened and why it happened. Like it feels like lots of influence of people and other, it's not really the two people focusing or the three people focusing on it. It feels more like external people that want to know everything that there is to know, and it's like, what do you mean, you know? What is there to know? Nothing. So there was a lot of defensiveness over a long-term decision that was made. 10 of Pentacles and 7 of Wands. Someone really has been, it's like there's just too much interference. There's a lot of energy going on here. There's also separation around something. We've got the Three of Swords with the Empress. Now, it could be different things. Now, could this be an actual someone that's pregnant, that or says they're pregnant or thinks they're pregnant, and then there's there's information about a loss of that or something around that. Maybe there was a new energy that was about to rekindle or start that has been lost. Someone's trying to get back on track with something that they felt they lost, to try and flip the situation back round. So whoever this I'm going to be honest with you, this karmic doesn't feel like they're going away. If this is your situation, if you've sat and listened to all of this information and gone, that really sounds like my situation, leave me a comment in the description box. But this doesn't feel like this person's finally gone. This feels like, is it Alien? When they start mutating. They start mutating. It's like they haven't ended. It's like there's a mutation of the first one, and then the first one goes, and then there's a mutation of the first one, and it creates a second one. The second one goes. It feels like that. I'll be honest with you. There's a very strong collective energy here, because of the same type of thing over and over and over again, where it feels like pretty much everyone on some level is, especially if you've been resonating, especially with the twin flame journey, this is a key month. This is a key month for that kind of journey, because it's like truth is really, it's like acknowledgement and truth. Acknowledgement and truth, you know? And then people are trying to weigh up what exactly is the truth and what is really going on. But there's definite movement. Look, Wheel of Fortune, Destiny calls. Destiny calls. Decision was made. Look, it's written in the books. It's been written in the books. The Akashic records are basically recording everything that is going on here, and it's being played out. It's being played out. The end of something. The end of an invitation. The end of an offer. The end of a something. We've got 10 of Swords with the Page of Cups here. 10 of Swords with the Page of Cups. The end of a love secret. This is that. We've got the 10 of Swords with the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. Something that was previous. This was a hidden love. A hidden love is coming to light. The hidden love is coming to light. And Spirit's saying finally. Moon. The hidden love. If it was hidden before, it's coming out. 2 of Cups in the reverse means a parting of people. 7 of Cups, choices, illusions, confusion, decisions being made, judgment. The decisions are being made. Yeah, and the decision that's made is the Emperor comes through and takes the bull by the horns and finally decides. The Emperor finally makes his choice and owns it. Right, let's pull some oracle cards for outcomes here. Let's see what they want to tell us here. Let's see, what deck are we going to use? Let's see what deck we're going to use. I'm going to go with Sacred Destiny Oracle, considering it's very much a theme within this reading. Let's have a look. Okay, let's see. Outcomes for Capricorn, please, Spirit. Outcomes. Outcomes for Capricorn. Outcomes for Capricorn. May 2020 outcomes for Capricorn, please, Spirit. May 2020 outcomes for Capricorn. Wow. Illumination. The truth is revealed. But also a mirroring occurs as well. Can you see? It's like everything was brought out. It was like everything was drawn outwards in order for people to really understand how everything was pieced together. So this is going to be extremely revealing information, like to the point where if you are a private individual, I would say that may have to be overlooked at this point. It just feels like there's a lot of information coming out here that is like, wow, okay, interesting. Okay, what else, please? Capricorns for the month of May. Capricorns, please. Healing chaos. Something that was needing to be really... Look, can you see there's a tornado? Oh my goodness. There's a tornado with butterflies. It's like something's been cleansed here to make way for the new and freedom. There's an energy of uplifting energy that is, look, again, more birds. This is... they're carrying you through. They're carrying the energy so that you're free to kind of choose what you really want. Because before... I don't think that was an option. I feel like there was, again, resistance. There was resistance to this. Let's cut this deck again because I feel like there's... outcome, please. Capricorn outcome. outcome, please. Doesn't feel right. I need to get another deck. Let's go with the Sacred Rebels. Let's go with the Sacred Rebels Oracle cards by Alana Fairchild. Okay, let's have a look. Right, let's see. Final outcome, please, for Capricorn for the month of May 2020. Final outcome, please. Capricorn for the month of May. Whatever this is, it's like such a pressing issue that it's there. It's like the elephant in the room. Until it's dealt with, nothing else is moving forward. It feels like, oh look, in the world, not of the world. Wow. Wow. So this is very much that kind of starseed energy here. This is very Atlantis energy. I'm going to read this from the book, I think. Wow. It says, it is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins or clocks. Conditions, belief about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you were on holiday every day? Perhaps there was a softening in your way with life, an implicit trust in its flow and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we're able to feel held within it, sufficiently enough to surrender our defences layer by layer and to nakedly accept what is. Wow. Surrender, guys. This is of benefit. It's like removing the layers of security that no longer serve. Okay guys, this was your reading for the month of May 2020 for Capricorn. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscriptions. It means a lot to me. We'll be going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time. Check out the other videos. If you want to contact me for a personalised reading, information is in the description box below. And until next time, take care. Thank you.